Ever wondered what it was really like to be an inmate at Alcatraz, the world's most infamous prison? Forget what you've seen in the movies. Today we're going to transport you back in time. You're about to experience a day in the life of a prisoner on The Rock. It's 6:30 a.m. A loud bell clangs through the cell block. This is your wake-up call. There's no snooze button here. You immediately stand for the morning count. Guards walk the tiers, their footsteps echoing, counting every single inmate. This happens 13 times a day. If a count is off, even by one, the entire island goes on lockdown until everyone is accounted for. After the count, it's time for breakfast at 6:45. You march in single file to the mess hall. The food at Alcatraz was surprisingly some of the best in the federal prison system. Why? Because bad food was a known cause of riots. Today's menu might be oatmeal, bread, and coffee. You have about 20 minutes to eat, but don't get too comfortable. High above you, in metal cages called gun galleries, guards armed with rifles watch your every move. Tear gas canisters are mounted on the ceiling, ready to be deployed at the first sign of trouble. The rule is simple. Take all you want, but eat all you take. Wasting food could get you in serious trouble. By 7:30 a.m., it's back to your cell. Your home is a stark, concrete box, 5 feet wide by 9 feet long. You have a small cot, a toilet, a sink, and a tiny shelf. That's it. For the most dangerous inmates, this cell is their world, 23 hours a day. But if you have a job, you get to leave. Work assignments begin around 8 a.m. You might be sent to the laundry, the kitchen, or one of the prison workshops. The Model Industries building was where many inmates worked, making things like gloves, furniture, and army uniforms. These jobs were privileges, not rights. They broke up the monotony and could earn you a little good time off your sentence. But every moment is supervised. The threat of escape was constant, so tools were meticulously counted at the beginning and end of every shift. A missing screwdriver could trigger a full-scale island search. Let's imagine you're working in the laundry. The steam is thick, the noise is deafening. It's hard, grueling work. But it's better than staring at 4 walls. You're surrounded by some of the nation's most notorious criminals. Mobsters, bank robbers, and kidnappers. But here they're just another number. You learn to keep your head down, do your work, and mind your own business. The prison's unofficial code is do your own time. Getting involved in someone else's affairs is the quickest way to find trouble. Lunch is at 11:40 a.m. Another silent, supervised march to the mess hall. Another 20 minutes to eat under the watchful eyes of the guards. Then it's back to work until 4:15 p.m. The afternoon is a repeat of the morning. Endless routine, hard labor, and constant surveillance. After the workday, you return to your cell for the 4:30 p.m. count. This is when the day's tension can really build. You're locked in, and the evening stretches ahead. Dinner is served around 5 p.m., usually brought to your cell. The evening is your free time, but freedom is a relative term. You can read a book from the prison library, which had an impressive collection of 15,000 books. Inmates could check out 3 books at a time. You could also play an instrument if you earned the privilege. Alcatraz had a prison band, and on certain evenings you could hear music drifting through the cell block. For many, this was a small slice of humanity in an otherwise brutal environment. But there's something else you can hear. On a clear night, with the wind just right, you can hear the sounds of life from San Francisco across the bay. Laughter from a party, the foghorns, the ringing of a cable car. It was a constant, cruel reminder of the world you lost. For many inmates, this was the worst torture of all. So close, yet so impossibly far. This is why Alcatraz was considered a mental punishment as much as a physical one. At 9:30 p.m., it's lights out. Absolute silence is enforced. The final count of the day is conducted. A guard's flashlight beam might sweep across your face as he makes his rounds. You lie on your cot in the cold, damp air, listening to the waves crash against the island's rocky shore. You think about your sentence, wondering if you'll ever leave this place alive. Escape was the dream of every inmate. But reality was grim. The frigid, powerful currents of the San Francisco Bay were a more effective barrier than any wall or guard tower. 36 men tried to escape in 14 separate attempts. Most were caught, some were shot, and others were presumed to have drowned in the icy waters. The famous 1962 escape by Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers remains a mystery. But they were never seen again and are officially listed as missing and presumed drowned. Life on the Rock was a relentless cycle of routine and control, designed to break the spirit of the most hardened criminals. It wasn't about rehabilitation, it was about warehousing those deemed incorrigible. It was about ensuring they could never again harm society. Alcatraz operated for 29 years, and its legacy as the ultimate prison endures to this day. It was a place where time stood still, and hope was the most valuable and rarest of commodities. So, the next time you see Alcatraz looming in the fog, remember the men who lived and were confined within its walls. Their life was a stark testament to the consequences of their choices, a monotonous, soul-crushing existence on America's Devil's Island. Thanks so much for joining us on this journey back in time. If you found this glimpse into Alcatraz fascinating, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history. Let us know in the comments what piece of history you'd like us to explore next. See you in the next video.